Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Superboard Commentaries. I know usually you see me as tank, but now you can see clearly that I'm not a tank. I'm a little bit small for a tank. I am Apollo, the god of the sun. This is Thor. This is Guan Yu. That's Big Nagger, who just signed in. That's Ymir. And that's the Cake Fiend, who is playing as Anubis. The enemy team is Odin, who turns out to be a real thorn in my side, Neith, Hades, Poseidon, and their attempted carry, Arachne. But as you may or may not know from me posting this game, it's a pretty good example of what Apollo does when he's not banned. So here's me farking around, you know, being a guy that fucks around and runs really slowly, because really you're just wasting time if you're trying to get to the buffs as quick as possible. So I've learned to just take your time getting there. If the enemy rushes to your buff, they'll be in a position where you can see them anyway. So I like to just run up real slow and hang out. I felt bad because during this match my dog wanted to walk, but this is ranked. I can't just get up and leave. And our team needed me to pull the focus because I was pulling focus. So that'll show you how well I was doing. Even that they just ignored everybody and went straight for me, and it still wasn't enough because of all the lifesteal I had. Should have just went straight Kali build, to be honest. Probably would have been better. Getting like a few hundred lifesteal per shot with the attack speed I had. A bunch of lifesteal items and some attack speed. So we start with the blue buff here. I'm going to give this to Anubis because he's mid and I'm a nice guy. Here I attacked 9 times and stopped. That's because Apollo's passive is every single 10 attacks, I get an extra 5 attacks with plus 100 attack speed. 100%, that is. So I double my attack speed for those 5 attacks, whether they hit or miss. Now this Ymir takes it upon himself to try to lead the team, but the problem is that everybody's disagreeing with what he's saying. And all I want is us to group up. That's all I ever say. I'm like, please stop abandoning me. Look at my score. Alright? Why are you leaving me behind? Just stay near me. I can't do anything if I don't have anyone between me and the enemy. Look at me, I'm a little guy. Look at this guy, he's little. So here, the Odin must have forgotten how to play against Apollo. I mean, that's all I can think of because he does abysmal in this lane. Look at him. He's like going up on the minions. I'm just poking away at him all day. Now, Ymir was a little bit passive in the beginning. I don't know why, because we had a clear advantage over this Odin Poseidon, and they weren't doing a lot of damage because it's early game. That's when we have to be aggressive as Ymir in lane. You have to be aggressive early game because that's when they do the least amount of damage. That's when I'm doing the most amount of damage. And it gets better late game, but mid game I kinda, if I'm ahead, I'm gonna stay powerful the whole game, no problem. If I'm not ahead, I kinda fall off mid game and I come back in the late game because of the immense damage and attack speed I am capable of. I do some pretty good plays in this game. I don't get many opportunities to because the enemy focuses the shit out of me, which you will see is plenty justified because of my score. Here, Odin thinks he can kill me, but he's wrong. And we don't end up killing him, but we get really close. If I got a crit there, we would have got him. Here he's going to come after me, because he's really, really stupid. So he tries to do the Gungnir's SMITE, thinking that he could survive the auto attacks, but I timed it so that when he jumped to me, I had those 5 quick attacks. And that's really the difference between living and dying for you as Apollo. Those quick auto attacks are game breaking because nobody expects that much damage that quickly. And you can beat people's abilities proccing, especially something like Gungnir's Might, which takes a couple seconds to go off. Now, right lane over here ends up feeding the Arachne pretty bad, because the Thor... I mean, let's look at how the Thor plays against the Arachne here. Now, Arachne already has nothing. She's got that assist. They got a kill on the Hades. So, look at them. They're running out into the lane. They're losing the lane, and they're running out. It's just not a good decision. The poison ends up killing him because you can't push out when you're losing against Hades Arachne. Hades is the kind of god that just punishes you all day. All day. So here I got 2 kills. I'm feeling nice. I've almost finished my boots, so I'm running pretty quick here. Enemy team is getting a little too comfortable here. I throw in my Mesmerize. Here was a big mistake by Odin. He decides to get us trapped in here, but I just use my ult, and I'm going to come back in here. But then I go, nope. Because Ymir, in all his wisdom, decides to run. So I was like, okay. And I didn't go in. I wanted to go in. I didn't get many opportunities to do that in and out play, where you go in, use your ult after a little bit of, after your first combo, like you do your first combo, use all 3 of your main abilities, and then ult, and then come back in when they're all off cooldown. That's what I like to do, but I didn't get many opportunities to do that. I was focused a lot late game, which was good for my team because we had a secondary carry. In spite of his mid lane presence, he did do well late game, and he was part of the reason why we won. However, you will soon see that I was making up more than half of the reason why we were winning this game. So here we go after Poseidon. Poseidon gonna die, no problem. I kill him before the Odin could do anything to stop me, and Ymir's ult goes off. I'm gonna attack this Odin as hard as I can. There's the Neith ult. I'm gonna survive that, no problem. I'm gonna try to bait this Odin out here, and it works. He's running in. He's gonna definitely try to jump on me. He jumps, misses the jump. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna dodge the Neith snare, but her 3 gets me. But it's alright. Not her 3, her 2. Her 2 gets me, but not a big deal. I got 2 there. They got 1. Not a bad trade, if you ask me. So I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm 4-1. We're not even... Are we even... Yeah, we're not even 10 minutes into the game. And I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. So, Neith deciding against pushing this lane. Ymir doing a good job keeping her off, in spite of how low his HP was. Thor and Guan just didn't do good in their lane. They were not having a good game. Anubis came over trying to make something happen, but I don't think he was fed enough to really take these 2 on. But he is fed enough to kill those minions, no problem. And he does. Which is just as useful. In the meantime, I'm going to go after that blue buff, because I don't want to run out of mana. I also am past level 5. Having that extra regen is a good idea. So Odin's like, I know, I'll steal it. And I'm like, you can't steal this from me. So I harass him and get the buff, first of all. And 3 people come in. Thor with the great game sense to come over, seeing that there was a gank going on. Odin just not making a good life choice there. Trying to kill me, and he can't. He's way too far behind here. I'm level 9. Odin is level 7. Poseidon is level 6 because he's in the jungle now. It looks like he's typing to them. Maybe he's typing to Odin like, what the hell was that, dude? Man, what the hell am I gonna do with you? So here I use my ult. I'm gonna come into mid. I miss her because she moved forward when I wanted her to move back like a bastard. And she used her purification beads. I get the last hit. That's all that was. It was just me last hitting. I did not want her to get away. She was doing everything in her power to buy her time to use her 3 to get out. And I wasn't going to let her do that. Ymir ult would have finished her off if I didn't. So I think that we were safe either way. And we got the kill. Now we're going to head over to right lane. I got very low HP. I could not continue to fight here. Good ult by the Guan, and it forced out the ult from Hades to tank it. One thing that people don't remember about Hades' ult is that he gets tankiness when he hits it. And he'll use that to survive ults, and it usually works. Which is why he's such a good counter to Poseidon, because you go in on Poseidon, wait for him to ult, maybe throw up your... And if you don't have your Aegis that you could throw up to just negate the damage, you can throw on your ult. So now Poseidon is right up against you. He tried to ult you when you came in on him. His ult does nothing, and your ult just chunks him, no problem. Ymir here, using the blink Ymir strategy, throwing in the stuns, throwing in the slow here from the Guan Yu. DOTs all day. But not going to be enough to kill him, at least I think. Yeah, they don't have enough damage yet. They're not carrying quite as hard. So here is a fail gank. I don't know what she was thinking. I mesmerized her before she could jump on me, and I just dash away. No problem. So I'm 6-1. Doing quite well this game. We got wards on Ymir. I'm not going to be buying wards this game because I need to stay ahead, and my team kind of fucks me over, so I can't ward for them. I can't, like, backup ward or anything. Here's the push power of Apollo. Bang. You can kill the whole minion wave if you get the front minions to half HP with your Q, well, your 1 maxed. So, Anubis and I are going over here. I use the map to try to find her, which is why I turn around here, because I see her on the map, and I go, oh, shit. And I run over, and she's gonna die. I was ready to chase if she used her 3. I was gonna jump to where she was gonna land and kill her that way. But she didn't get the chance, and that was good. This Neath tends to be pretty slippery. All good Neaths are. So here, I'm gonna go support my friends down over here by killing this minion wave. I saw that it was just Guan Yu, and I don't think that we would have been able to take Hades on our own. So Anubis here showing his only way to escape, which is Purification Beads and Sprint. Alright, if you get any other abilities on Anubis, you are wasting them. The only way you can get away, that's your escape. You turn on your Purification Beads and run with Sprint. Thor here having a one-on-one with Odin. Thor coming out on top, it almost looks like. Yes, he's definitely coming out on top. Are we going to see a spin to win? I'm not sure. Lots of left clicks coming out here, but nothing too major. Are we going to see a spin? There's the spin. He's going to get away. No problem. Meanwhile, I'm in mid lane fighting with the spider. Spider trying to hurt me as much as she can. I throw on my Purification Beads to hit the spider with everything, and she throws down some spiders and runs. Anubis wastes his 3. But whatever. We're doing alright. I'm still 6-1. We're still doing okay. We're still ahead. When it comes to levels, if you look at our player levels, we are mostly ahead of the enemy team. Especially me. And now they all leveled up. But if you look, the majority of the enemy team is lower than me. You got a level 11, a level 8 Odin that was shut down in his lane here. So I come in and I go after them in the middle there, trying to make sure that we get some kills here. We get that triple kill. We are going to get shot at here by the... Ooh, that's a bad 3. Why did you put it in front of me? You should have put it on me. That's why I died. I was wondering why I died. Fucking Anubis. He didn't put his 3 on top of me. He thought that I would run into it, but that was at the tail end of it. Like, she's not gonna run towards me anymore. Not to mention, I'm slowed to fucking high heaven. And forget about this Neath. She's got that stupid snare, plus her ult, but I think her ult's on cooldown at this point because she used it earlier on in the fight to try to kill me. or at least CC me enough to kill me, and it didn't do anything. There's the push power of Neith. Neith using her 3, but not getting the jump animation out of it, so it doesn't get spent. Ymir here showing that he can bop you like a champion. So I'm 9-2. I'm pretty far out here. I got 14 levels. The enemy team is keeping up, but they're behind by 1 level. So I have a level on even the highest levels on the enemy team. Look at my gold. I'm significantly ahead of my team when it came to farm. I absolutely destroyed them when it came to farm. I absolutely destroyed my team when it came to levels. And Ymir here being a little aggressive for no reason. I'm going to split off from him, trying to get that pull to get out of that Arachne. So here, Ymir gets, he gets skied on, like the slope he is. And I get pulled, but it's okay. I've got my dash if I need it. I turn around and auto-attack them, and I'm waiting for the opportunity here to dash out of something, but I get silenced, and I die. There was really nothing we could have done there. We were alone in line, so we died. They had their team, we didn't. I said, okay, it's time to group up, guys. The enemy team's grouping up. We have to respond. We have to adapt. We are humans, alright? Nothing that doesn't adapt in the animal kingdom survives. If we're going to survive this game, we've got to adapt to them grouping up and group up on our own. So we lost mid tower because Anubis got chased away from right lane and couldn't get to mid lane quite fast enough. I don't blame him for not burning his sprint there. He's going to need that to get away. And to be honest, those 2 actives, I don't see any reason not to have those 2 actives. That helps you in a lot of different situations. It's offensive and defensive. Whereas mine is mostly defensive. I've got my Aegis that I can't pop whenever that stupid spider jumps on me. And I got my purification beads that I can pop when the spider's on me. But I try to save it for when the enemy's trying to CC lock me. Then I pop the beads after maybe the 2nd stun that they commit, so that they line up the 3rd stun. I pop the beads, they waste it, and it's all good. She's going to throw down some spiders because she wasn't prepared for me to go up there and hit that Odin with my 4 level ahead Q. It hits him like a little truck. So they really want help in right lane. We're like, fine, we'll go in, but you've got to kill them. And they get her low. That's going to be a death there for her. I use my ult to get the kill, as I wasn't going to be able to kill that Hades. The wall wasn't quite enough. That's the sad part. And Thor, Ymir, go in here. We're all going in. All right. Well, now we're all in here. 1 person died, and we're still in. Just remember this. All right. We went in this far for a kill on Odin, and we get it. No problem. Now I'm fighting this Poseidon. He's throwing down his ult. I kill him anyway. Die to the turret. Fine. That's to make it an even trade. You got 3. We got 2. Because one guy just came back. I'm pretty sure that was 3 for 3. I had to make it even if I was going to go down. And I knew that that turret was going to kill me because I was tanking it. And that's fine. As long as I can make the trade even. And I did. So now I'm 12-4 with a 3-1 KDR in this game. Let's look at my gold. I'm ahead in gold. I'm ahead in levels. Still ahead in levels. I'm level 16. Their highest level is their carry, which is Arachne right now, who's level 15. Neith trying to keep up there. Hades, who got just as fed as Neith, is also level 14, but his big problem is they needed tankiness, and he didn't have it. As you can see, the only tankiness he has is against magic damage, and as you can see here, I'm kind of physical. I'm a physical god. I'm not a magical god. You know, I'm not AP Trist. Alright, I'm AD Apollo. So, building magic resistance isn't going to win you the game. And it isn't going to help you survive my auto attacks in my 1. Especially my 1. My 1 hit a quarter of his health, no problem. So down goes my ultimate here. You can see that I've got him down to half HP already because he has no physical defenses. So I could pretty much have my way with him. So Guan Yu, kind of taking a long time to get in here. I buy him a little bit of time with my Aegis. They're going to throw down the ults here, and I die because of it. The team kind of abandoned right lane. You'll notice that they were all in the area, and they just kind of left us there. I was like, wow, we got abandoned. That's not cool. So I was a little bit upset with my team there because we could have easily killed them. But they're leaving me behind. This is what always happens with my teams. They don't stay with me. And I'm like, you guys, if you're not going to stay with me, let's just surrender. Because if we're not grouping up, we're not going to win this. And you guys are splitting up. We went in 2 different directions. That's not what we need. I'm like, now I'll be... Look at your score, you're 12-5. I'm like, yeah, that's going to be 12-12 if you guys don't stop fucking up like this. And we're going to be behind and we're going to lose. Because you need me to stay ahead if you want me to continue to carry. If I'm not ahead, I can't carry. It's just that simple. So, Ymir here getting initiated on by 3 of them. And he's probably going to die if I remember right. Oop, wait. He might get away. Good body blocking by that Thor. Did you see that? Got in the way of the enemy here. Good Guan Yu ult, stopping the Arachne from chasing. However, it doesn't stop the Odin from chasing, but I'm going to do it. So he throws down his ult. I don't think I'm going to be able to save this Ymir because Odin... Oh, wait, no, I didn't have to save him. Odin goes down. With the 3 of us grouping in on him, he ends up dying before he can kill Ymir, who's very tanky. And both of them leave me! Guan Yu left me. He left me there. He left me to die. There was no reason for him to run away. What? Why? Why would he run away like that? We could have killed that Arachne, no problem. But they let her kill me. He literally just let her kill me. Didn't stay in for a heal, didn't stay in for a slow, didn't stay in for anything. He just left me to die. And that's what I have to deal with this team. And I'm like, I can't do this. Alright? If I'm your carry and you're not sticking around with me, I can't carry you. How is a carry supposed to carry if you're letting him die a whole game? If you're going to let the enemy focus and kill me all game, how am I supposed to carry you? How? Please, explain to me the strategy of yours that says, let our carry die, and then get mad at him when he's upset that he can't carry you because you've let him die 5 times. It's ridiculous. It's a ludicrous thing that they're doing. Why would you not babysit your carry? Why? What strategy is that you don't babysit your carry? When you're being carried, why wouldn't you babysit them? Please, someone in the comments, let me know. Surely there's some kind of pro strategy that I just don't know about where if you just abandon a carry all game, you still win because they end up carrying anyway. It's ridiculous. So here we go in, alright? We're all in, we're still in, we're doing great. Notice how when we're just staying in here, we're doing really good. Now, here's when it stops. Thor has to come out. He's going to try to ult on top of this Arachne. That's the kill. We're staying in the fight. You see what happens when we group up? We win. They can't beat us. We're ahead. We're not ahead in gold. We're not ahead in towers. But we're ahead in levels. And that's why we need to group up. And they don't. It just does. It's right over the fucking head. Right over it. We have so much damage versus their team. And Hades is trying to build against it. Now here was a big stupid decision, alright? Notice these guys over here. Anubis, instead of focusing on getting over to us... Alright, now look, they left. You see? We lost our tank here. Tank left. Anubis left. Didn't tell us they were leaving. So I'm staying here with Guan Yu. And then fucking Thor leaves. So he has to waste his ages. I'm still fighting here. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die to this. I don't care anymore. Try to get away, not gonna happen. So that was really nice of my team to just leave me again. Once again, the team doesn't want to stick together, and I don't know why. What is this strategy of theirs? I've never heard of it before, where you just leave your teammates behind all the time. So here comes Neath in an attempt to steal this, but we get it anyway. And 3 of us are dead. Sweet. Sweet, that's great. That's lovely. You know, they don't call these things objectives because you're supposed to get them. They call them objectives because you're supposed to just leave them. Just leave them there when you start them. And just leave your teammates there to die. That's how you win the game. This Ymir getting upset at this point because I'm calling him out on the fact that he just left us for no reason and ended up feeding a kill. For no reason. You saw, he went and left there, went mid, and got killed by Neath. That's all he did. That's what he did while we were trying to kill the fucking fire giant buff. He decides, you know what, I haven't died in a while. I think I'll just go mid and kill myself. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't carry you guys. I can't do it. We have to group up, or just surrender. And if you're not going to surrender, I need you to group up. I have to go in on the enemy and try to kill them. So I get my Mesmerize off to get this Hades in the position for the kill here. And because I mesmerized him, I must have fucked up, like, what he was trying to do, and he didn't teleport away. He kind of teleported straight down. So Anubis runs right into the enemy here, and is going to ult on that Neath, end up killing the Neath. I think that he ended up dying. Yep. No, he didn't. He somehow got away. Don't ask me. I don't know. I didn't see. So, Guan Yu getting locked out of the fight here, sadly, so he can't really do anything to save this Thor. But I'm coming in, I'm trying to attack them, throwing down damage. So, Guan Yu, finally, staying backwards with me, I don't have to die here. For an Odin kill that doesn't even matter. We want to kill this fucking spider. But we didn't get a chance to. So I go back. I'm gonna buy some more items. You can see my build here going 2 big attack speed items. The Quinn's Blades to help me with people that aren't building physical defense but have a lot of HP. Like, Odin only has a little bit of physical defense, so my Executioner is gonna power right through it, no problem. And his Bulwark that he just started right now, you'll see it down here. That's gonna be something that makes him pretty annoying. But his ult is probably the most annoying thing about him. So here, we're all together here, and they left. These two, look at how far back these two are. Alright, so now Anubis is running in. Ymir's here. Why is Anubis running away? Look at Anubis right now. Look at where he is. Ymir using his ult for no reason because he's upset. He's upset that I'm calling him out on being dumb. He's upset that I keep saying group up when we're not grouping up. Saying that we are grouping up, and I'm like, no. We've split up on pretty important objectives. And now he's so upset that he's decided to start intentionally feeding. Alright, now remember this. This guy was intentionally feeding. For no reason. I think that even Hades kills him. Or maybe Hades is just shopping. I don't know. So we have a fight in mid. Minotaur kills the Ymir, and he's trying to do like a little parody of me going, why are we not grouping up? And he goes, oh my god, guys, I had to like solo the Minotaur. Where were you? Like, I was getting kills while you were fucking around. You know, trying to do this thing called carry. You know, you ever heard of it? You ever done it before? I don't think so. Not with how you're playing. So, Anubis here is starting to get big. And we need that. He's level 20. He's ahead in levels, and that's good. He's getting that Rod of Tahuti. He's got to get that big damage, because we need it. Right? I may be 13 and 7. But we need more. We need more damage. We need someone else, because I'm going to get focused. Alright, look at my score. 13 and 7. That's screaming to be focused. Like, I don't have a choice. I have to be focused. So here, I'm going to head over to left lane, using my ult to help clear out the minions. And the enemy team isn't doing anything for a little bit here, so I'm just gonna go back to base with the camera and take a look if they changed anything in the map. Yeah, Hades over there. I don't remember if he was still there. They really need to get rid of one of those Zeus statues and replace it with something else. While I understand that he is the father of all gods, there's no need to have two of them there. It's a little ridiculous. I don't really see him in ranked at all, so I don't know why he would get so much attention. Maybe he was their first god that they made or something. We're really excited about him, so they gave him two lovely statues. So they're going to go after the Gold Fury now. Or not. They're going to go after Ymir. He's much better than a Gold Fury. So they're going to leave the Gold Fury alone, and they're going to go right after this Ymir, who's going to be surrounded by all five of them because he's pushing by himself, and he goes, man, why aren't you guys grouping up, man? I'm like, well, because you're the tank and you're not carrying, you should be with me. That's why. That's why we're not with you, because you need to be with us. When you're a tank and you're 20 plus minutes into a game, your route becomes, I need to stay with my carries. That's what you do. You see where the carries are on the map. There are 3 carries on your team. Thor, Anubis, and me. I'm the main carry. Look at my goddamn score. Look at my build. Look how far ahead I am when it came to items. So it was over. Thor coming in here, attempting to get a little bit of damage in on that Neath. Probably ended up wasting that ult. Could have done way more than he did. So here we're going to take out the Hades, no problem. He does get the ult off on us, but not a big deal. Anubis getting a majority of the procs off on that Neath. Neath getting pretty low and dying. And then Odin getting killed in the crossfire. Now, in the meantime, you saw on the map that left lane was getting pushed pretty hard. And they took the Phoenix. This is pretty pivotal, alright? Having a lane that's auto-pushing like that is not good. So, we're going to need to do a little bit of extra defending. This is a problem because we're ahead, and we're now on our back leg because we're missing a Phoenix. And my team doesn't get that. Like, we have to keep that lane from getting pushed in now. So, it becomes a little bit more of a priority on my radar than even team fights and objectives. I'd rather that we keep that lane. We have to get that Phoenix back and we have to keep it. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for us to team fight because they could just 4v4. Yeah, they might lose the 4v4, but they'll send someone with very high DPS like their Arachne in, and they'll try to kill the Minotaur before we can kill a turret, which is entirely possible. The Gold Fury here getting taken out by Anubis and Ymir. That'll give us a little extra gold. But as you can see, there's only 3 of us in right lane. And Guan Yu runs really, really, really slow. Like, really slow. Which is a shame. Alright, now he's with us. I'm feeling pretty good. I got a tank with us. And I'm like, let's go this way. We've gotta start getting buffs. We gotta start getting big. We gotta start getting scary. Because if we don't scare them, they're gonna just walk all over us. It's all about the mind games. In comes Thor. Where is he gonna hit? He's going right in on a bunch of them here. I'm gonna go in and mesmerize the Poseidon to keep him from trying to run away or anything. And Hades' ult goes off here. I'm gonna DPS him as much as I can. I'm gonna hit this Odin with everything. I get snared, but it's alright because I use my ult. Now here's something I like to do. I like to go out, come in, get a kill with my ult, harass someone, maybe kill them with my next combo because I get all the attacks back, and it happened that way. We end up trading 4 for 1, which is an excellent team fight. We did amazing. So I go back immediately because not only is my HP low, but we got a problem. Oh, this isn't good. I just caused a giant bug. Oh, this is odd. So if you hold down shift and press like spacebar. You have to hold down shift and press spacebar again to make your mouse go back to where you can move the camera. Just so you know. So here, Ymir's like, alright, we need to get that fire giant. And Guan Yu's like, yeah, Apollo, come help us, and Anubis can defend. Look at where Anubis is. Look at where our lane that just fucking dropped is. He's over there. I'm like, no, I'm not going to lose this Phoenix because Anubis isn't defending. And I know that Ymir can't push this back in time. He doesn't have Hand of the Gods. So, I stay there, and I'm like, guys, no. I'm not losing that Phoenix because you want to get Fire Giant for no reason. The last time we went after Fire Giant, the enemy team came in and killed us. And I don't care that 4 of them are down. 2 of them were back up before you even wanted to really do anything. And Anubis didn't go to where he needed to go. So I had to go. That's simple. If you want to free up people to do things like objectives, you have to be in the right places. Phoenixes are very important. With a Phoenix up, we don't have to worry about the lane getting pushed. It's done. The only way that they're going to push that lane now is if they put a god in there and dedicate a man to doing it. That's the only way. That's the only way that that lane's going to get pushed. To a point where we have to abandon a fight. Or we'll be distracted in a fight. That's what they have to do. And because of that, I can now feel safe grouping up in mid. Our Anubis is in right lane again. Because, hey, why group up? Why group up as Anubis? You know, why 4v4 when we can 3v5? That's what we really need to do. We need to 3v5. So what I do is I run over to the right, because that's where Anubis is. We're going to run back to him, because he's down near the fucking fire giant where he shouldn't. Goddamn, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So the whole enemy team is grouped up here. We are not. We're missing our Ymir, who is all the way back in base. We killed the Poseidon, and we killed the Neith. And now, Hades ult. I'm going to just poke him down, poke him down. I'm going to die here, no problem. Whatever. You try to use my ult to get out, but there's no way. They have way too much damage on me. And now Guan Yu is going to definitely die. Ymir comes in a little too little and a little too late and a little stupid, and I hate him. She uses her jump on him and ends up dying because of it. That was not a wise decision by the spider. Probably would have been better if she just tried to run away there. Wouldn't have gotten stunned. Hades trying to get the kill on this Thor, but Thor proving to be way too easy to kill. And goes out. Ymir trying to get the kill on this Odin, but not going to happen. Not in a million years. He didn't build any attack damage, so he's not going to be able to penetrate the Odin's armor. At this point, Odin is he's pretty safe with his build. He's pretty much complete. Like, all he needs now is just flat damage. And there's the deicide. Our secondary carry, which was the Anubis, is pulling out for us here and getting the rest of the kills. He's the janitor. I make the mess. He cleans it up. That's what I needed. That's what our team needed. And we weren't getting it out of Thor, so it was up to Anubis. And he stepped up. And he's our secondary carry. You can see his build is lovely for it. He's got big penetration here with the Obsidian Shard. He's got a big boost to AP, and when you combine that with this thing's passive, oh boy. So basically what the Bancroft's Talon does, that's what that first item was there that wasn't the Rod of Tahuti. That is, whenever you have health missing, you get AP. Think of it as the item version of Karma's passive from League of Legends. And it's very reliable late game, it's very reliable early game, because you want to do trades in the early game. And sometimes you have no choice but to lose trades, and sometimes you want to strategically lose trades, especially when you're Anubis. Because the thing about Anubis is, he's hard to kill. So when you're trying to burst him down and you're doing your little trades and whatnot, and his HP gets a little low, your ult is gonna fucking nuke him. In the meantime, I killed Poseidon because their Poseidon was just not having a good game. No doubt about it. And he was really mad at the end of the game because I absolutely owned him every single time we fought. I owned him. He was not having a good game because of me. In the meantime, I'm 18-8. And there's going to be another team fight sometime soon, hopefully. I'm like, guys, we still need to group up. Still need to push these lanes. I don't know who got the buff there, but maybe it was just minions. So we killed the minions so the buff could reset. And we're not grouping up again. Look, we split. We split again, and they both turned around when I pinged. I'm like, come on, guys. Let's go. It's time to step up. We have to start pushing something. We have to start doing something. No idea what this Ymir wanted. I think he wanted the fire giant. But we ended up going to right lane. And Ymir here, I'm waiting for him to go in for the fight. There's the stun. That's going to probably end up being a kill on the Arachne. Nope, she runs away. We abandon her. Thor comes in for the kill there. That's fine. Odin splitting us off from the team, but that's perfectly fine because his team wasn't really ready to go in. So I take advantage of that, go in, mesmerize the enemy, start harassing the shit out of that fucking Neith. Neith has 1 HP left. This is looking very good for our team. The Hades ult goes off. I'm going to burst down the Hades, kill him. In comes Poseidon. Poseidon trying to do something here. I think he's going to throw down an ult at some point. I don't know if it's going to kill anybody, though. Down I go because of his one, but we end up killing the rest of them because when they were so busy killing me, Anubis got the job done. And I think that we go in and kill them after this. Yeah, that's definitely what happens. We take out the Minotaur while they're all down, and we only lost me. Frappe saying, let's not give them it. Just keep your dignity, don't surrender. And the team going, well, maybe they might not end it. Maybe they'll be stupid and they'll leave. No. My team may be too stupid to group together at the right times, and they have no game sense, and they don't stick with their carries. But if there's one thing that this team knows, it's that when it's over, it's time to make sure it stays over. And even though they don't have the Phoenix minions in there, we end up destroying that Minotaur, no problem. We have an Anubis, and I carried with 19 and 9. Anubis backing me up as the janitor, and the messmaker wins all day. They had some choice words for me because I was really mean, but I'm unapologetic with strategy because I know what I'm doing when it comes to this shit. It's not a hard game. When someone's going 19 and 9, maybe you should stay near them. Just an idea. Anubis able to catch up late game there because of all of the jungling he was doing. And of course the kills that he was getting when I was dead. And we went 40 to 28. Though we died a lot more because of towers. Stuff like that. Guan Yu was really far behind. He just didn't have a good game. If he would have stuck with me, maybe he could have gotten more gold. Maybe even gotten a few kill steals in if he wanted. I wouldn't care. I'm not someone who cares about kill steals. As you can see, I had 15 of my kills stolen, so doesn't matter. Every kill stolen is another death for them. So that's a happy day for me. It was a good game. I only died 9 times in spite of being focused really hard. Thor wasn't even being focused and died 9 times. Ymir wasn't tanking hard enough and only died 6 times. Guan Yu was tanking alright and died less time than Ymir, which is pretty good because they weren't focusing him. Ymir is scarier. He's also a lot bigger, so he's a lot easier to focus. And fortunately, Anubis, being a great mage assassin, went in and waited until everybody was dead and then went in for the kills here. My last item, I decided if we didn't end it, I was going to make sure that me being focused wouldn't be the end of me by getting an Eye of Retaliation, which gives me some good lifesteal on top of my Devourer's Gloves, which were fully stacked. This is going to keep me alive. The lower my HP gets, the more attack power I get, and the more attack power I have, the more life I will steal. And of course, crits will help me even more. So I got the Deathbringer just to make sure that I can really drive home the amount of damage that I have. Neith almost finished her build here, but didn't quite. She needed that Deathbringer instead of this. Don't get this first. Always finish this first. This is more important. Period. So go to bed and go to bed.